Rudyard Kipling's How the Leopard Got His Spots, as told by Danny Glover. So, yeah, I wanted to play this one because I ended up watching all of the Lethal Weapon movies, uh, which I hadn't done previously. The only one I'd seen all the way through was like four, I think. And yeah, no, really good movies. They hold up. Danny Glover is most definitely too old for shit nowadays. He even was back then. I had heard that, yeah, apparently they aged him up for the first one. He turns 50 in the first movie, but he was only a little bit older than Mel Gibson. But let's have a look. I was eyeing this one off too, because yeah, Microsoft Home had some a bit of quality under its belt. You always saw these games bundled in a big
Great!
pack if you
You're
bought a computer
here.
back in the day.
I'm PJ, and I'm gonna show you how the leopard got his spots. Here's my book. Whoops. I almost forgot my games.
Almost forgot my hobo sack. Okay.
Say, if you need to quit,
Yeah, interesting.
just
We've
click
got
on my
a rabbit
computer.
again too, because
Well, come on.
yeah, we played another interactive storybook about Brer Rabbit, and yeah, that was also narrated by Danny Glover. Guess you do what you can for work. Yeah, I remember a couple of people. Yeah, that's right. We did one that was narrated by like Ben Kingsley of all people.
That was close. How the Leopard Got His Spots by Rudyard Kipling.
Yeah, look at
Click
you
on
go,
the
buddy.
arrow to start the story. Click on me if you need any help.
Yeah, okay. Just sitting there open mouth, just like ready to go. But yeah, so yeah, for kids not in the know, Rudyard Kipling wrote The Jungle Book, like
Click
way
on
back
the
in the day.
arrow
Yeah,
to
yeah, I'm
start the
coming, mate.
story,
Just shush,
or click.
just shush. Yeah, yeah. Did the famous Jungle Book, which got converted into a lot of different movies. I remember a few good ones, like from the 90s. We'd see like the original Disney cartoon. I have a soft spot for the 90s one that had the grown-up Mowgli played by Jason Scott Lee. But yeah, he also did like poems and all these little stories. I remember there was a TV series. I think it was the Just So stories, which is what this one's from. But yeah, they did like anime versions. I might hunt them down, see if they're on the archive somewhere. Oh, yep, you got that old translation thing.
In the days when everybody started fair, oh, best beloved, the leopard lived in a place called the High Veld. Remember, it wasn't the Low Veld or the Bush Veld or the Sour Veld, but the exclusively bare, hot, shiny High Veld, where there was sand and sandy-colored rock, and exclusively tufts of sandy yellowish grass.
Okay, there's certainly grass.
The giraffe,
Yeah, no, the African singing is a nice touch.
and the eland, and the kudu, and the hartebeest live there.
They look really nasty for
And they
herbivores,
were
don't they?
exclusively sandy, yellow-brownish all over.
Oh, I've already worked out what the twist of the story is thinking about it. Yeah, I imagine the leopard gets camouflaged by the grass. They ask the gods for help, and that's how the leopard gets the spots. Sorry, I'm one of those guys. I'm always hunting down like the twists in stories. So I guess we click on stuff and they do fun stuff. Oh, and they do it. Yeah, yeah. No. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. This is what I love about interactive storybooks. Just click on something and something interesting happens. Yeah, no, this has definitely got like a mark of quality to it. Like, yeah, that was probably the coolest thing about one of these ones. Like, they'd actually have like live bands doing the music and stuff. They're taking full advantage of the old CD technology. Oh, there's a little lizard there. Okay, and the antelope is okay with that. Oh, it's a chameleon. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I didn't know they lived in Africa. Anyway, what else we gotta click on? Oh, I thought he was gonna have a shit for a second, a fart or something. Okay, that's for the best. Whoops. Yeah, righto. Yeah, because I remember having a bit of an African kick when I was younger too. Like, I read Pair of One, When the Line Feeds, and I got into like Paul Simon's Graceland, which had a couple of African songs on there too.
But the leopard, he was the exclusively yellowish, brownish of them all. A grayish, yellowish, caddy-shaped kind of beast. And he matched exclusively yellowish, grayish, brownish color of the high veld to one hair. This is very bad for the giraffe and the zebra and the rest of them. For he would lie down by exclusively yellowish, grayish, brownish stone or clump of grass. And when the giraffe or the zebra or the eland or the kudu or the bushbuck or the bounty buck came by, he would surprise them out of their jumpsome lives. Oh, he would indeed.
Yeah, cool. And then we do the play page. Yeah, right. I actually really appreciate that Dan Glover's like giving it his all. He's doing it as if you like reading a storybook to kids, so that's pretty cool. Oh, bloody hell. No, give me an antelope over a hot dog any day. It's apparently good eating. Yeah, I remember having a big run on biltong as well, which is like South African beef jerky. And yeah, apparently that's what the Afrikaners did when they settled in Africa. Like, just while they were waiting for the cattle crops to grow, they'd like just hunt and turn that into jerky. Apparently, you can't get it anywhere else. You have to go to South Africa for it, but you can get like exotic stuff like ostrich and a couple other weird ones. Yeah, I haven't actually had it for a while. I do know, yeah, there is a like South African grocers near me somewhere. Oh, we just clicked on the drum. Is there any other hotspots besides the animals? No. But no, it looks like this, there's definitely some quality going on here. Like, yeah, hand-painted art, they've got the animations right. Yeah, like, that was a big thing with Microsoft Home stuff. It was, they did sink a lot of money into it. It's a wonder they made money back, because, yeah, like I was saying, like, you'd get a big pack of these sort of programs bundled with a PC when you bought it back in the day. And it wasn't just like kids stuff, it was kind of a mix of everything, so you'd get like,
yellowish man he was.
probably, I can't remember if they bundled Office in a pack, or whether you had to get like Word and Excel and stuff individually. It's been a while. But yeah, you'd get programs for the adults, like more like teen-oriented games, and you get kids ones like this.
The Ethiopian with his bows and arrows, and the leopard exclusively with his teeth.
Can I cover these titties up?
To the giraffe and the eland and the kudu and the quagga and all the rest of them didn't know which way to jump. They didn't indeed.
It's like, how fucking trying to kill me.
After a long time, they learned to avoid anything that looked like a leopard or an Ethiopian. And bit by bit, they went away from the high veld.
Okay, and I guess these guys go hungry, not having the thing. There's a little fly floating around there. Yeah, cool. Actually, no, Ethiopia. Ooh, no, Ethiopia. I'm trying to remember if that's part of the DT fly belt. Because, yeah, that was the craziest thing. Yeah, they couldn't domesticate livestock in a giant chunk of Africa just because of tsetse fly. Like, they'd get chewed on by them and it'd, like, transmit this sort of, like, sleeping sickness disease. And yeah, they just couldn't maintain crops there. Not crops, yeah, meat, livestock. Oh yeah, have a little play on that. I was just thinking of the other African thing. Oh, well, yeah, The Lion King, obviously. Mid-90s and like. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Is that by lightning?
Ooh.
Okay. They're doing anything else exciting? I clicked on this rock, didn't I? Yeah, no, that's... Oh, no. Rocks are just leaving. They had enough. Was it? Okay, going back the way they were.
Ooh.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Ooh.
I think he likes it when I touch his nipples. Let's not do that anymore. Yeah, I was trying to think of the other thing with African music that I liked.
They scuttled for days and
No,
days and days.
no, I was remembering what I was thinking of. Yeah, there was an old movie I watched in the 80s called The Gods Must Be Crazy. And yeah, like, I found that interesting. No, hang on, I won't talk over this. Sorry.
And bushes and stripy, speckly, patchy, blotchy shadows. And there they hid. And after another long time, what with standing half in the shade and half out of it, and what with the slippery, slidey shadows of the trees falling on them, the giraffe grew blotchy, and the zebra grew stripy.
And why is this happening? Oh,
And
they
the
getting
eland
the
and
camouflage.
the kudu grew darker, with little wavy gray lines on their backs, like bark on a tree trunk.
Yeah, okay, so they're getting camouflage.
And so, though you could hear them and smell them, you could very seldom see them. And then, only when you knew precisely where to look.
Yeah, there they are. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so the other thing I watched was called The Gods Must Be Crazy, and yeah, there's a lot of different tribes in Africa, and one of them's called, I think it was the Khoikhoi and the San, and they've like merged them together because there's not many of them left, but yeah, they were like nomadic bushmen that were completely self-sufficient. They knew how to forage and hunt. They'd use like little poison arrows, but yeah, the Gods Must Be Crazy was about a Khoisan bushman in Africa in the 80s, and like a plane flew over and accidentally, yeah, someone threw a Coke bottle out the window, and they're all fascinated. They're like, oh, it's a gift from the gods. They're using it as tools, but they start fighting over it, and then like the bushman, I think his name is like Z. He goes on like a quest to go to Lake Victoria Falls, which is kind of looks like the edge of the world because there's like clouds from the waterfalls, and yeah, throw the bottle off. But there's like a side story with a white guy. There's like weird little comedy things in it as well, because I think it came out like 82. But they just finished up the Rhodesian Bush War in 77, I think. But they were making jokes about like the militia that were going around. They made it into like a comedy sketch. Like dude's shooting a machine gun and the shells are ejecting into the other guy's face. And he sits there for a while and gets pissed off at him. They try shooting a rocket launcher at a helicopter, but the rocket like keeps falling out of the back of the thing, so they have to like pad it up with vine leaves and banana leaves and stuff. Yeah, weird little thing, but yeah, interesting. Yeah, especially with the sun. Yeah, the sun are like absolutely fascinating. Just because, yeah, and they have like really big asses, and it's specifically because they retain water in them. They got really thick booties. It surprised me to see that.
Exclusively speckly and spickly shadows of waters. While the leopard and the Ethiopian ran about over the exclusively grayish, yellowish, reddish high veld outside, wondering where all their breakfasts and their dinners and their teas had gone. At last, they were so hungry that they ate rats
What you thinking
and
about?
beetles and rock rabbits, and they had a big tummy ache.
Ah, and we get to see the result of the tummy ache. I mean, it's fair enough. They're getting the itis from eating all the bugs. They've at least eaten enough of them. Oh, okay. That's a weird one. Oh, that's cute. Oh, yeah, all little bush rat things. Hey, birds flying around. Yeah, so you didn't have a lot to work with. Oh my dear lord, what the hell? That is a giant chameleon. I'm going to eat you. Oh, that's cool. No, very cool. Alright, more story, please. That's for Figgy. Listen, squash banana.
And then they met Pavian, who is quite the wisest animal in all South Africa.
I don't know why they always make monkeys
Said
like
the leopard to Pavian,
wise shamans
very
in these
hot
stories.
Where's all the game?
You go to the zoo, they're like cranking or like flinging their shit or something like that.
And Pavian winked. He knew. Said the Ethiopian to Pavian, can you tell me the present habitat of the Aboriginal fauna? That meant just the same thing, best beloved, but the Ethiopian always used long words. He was a grown-up. And Pavian winked. He knew. Then said Pavian, the game has gone into other spots. And my advice to you, Leopard, is to go into other spots as soon as you can. And the Ethiopian said, that is all very fine, but I wish to know whither the Aboriginal fauna has migrated. Then said Pavian, the Aboriginal fauna has joined the Aboriginal flora because it is high time for a change. And my advice to you, Ethiopian, is to change as soon as you can.
Oh, okay. Gonna get him to change, I suppose. Yeah, I remember finding that out about Rafiki, actually, yeah. It was voiced by a guy called Robert Guillaume, who ended up being Eli Vance in the Half-Life games. Go to the forest. Okay, just chuck it on a blimp. Or you can eat. Yeah, righto. Right. Oh, cool. You can actually, like, skip over them. Hey, epic rock guy. You do anything else fun for touching apples again? Oh, you do? Okay, there you go.
3, 2, 1.
What?
Ignition.
Yeah, yeah. He's off to see the Artemis guys that took off the other day. I just noticed we got a bag here. I'm guessing you can play games at certain points, because that was always the other thing. You pad it out with, like, simple games. We'll leave the games to the end.
That puzzled the leopard and the Ethiopian, but they set off to look for the aboriginal flora. And presently, after ever so many days, they saw a great, high, tall forest full of tree trunks, all exclusively speckled and sprattled and spottled, dotted and splashed and slashed and hashed and cross-hashed with shadows. Say that quickly aloud and you will see how very shadowy the forest must have been. What is this? Said the leopard. That is so exclusively dark and yet so full of little pieces of light. I don't know, said the Ethiopian, but it ought to be the aboriginal fauna. I can smell giraffe, I can hear giraffe, but I can't see giraffe. That's curious, said the leopard. I suppose it's because we have just come in out of the sunshine. I can smell zebra.
Leave it.
I can hear zebra, but I can't see zebra.
Yeah, alright, we'll go for some zebra. No, I was about to say that, yeah, also put a lot of effort into doing each, like, frame of the story as well, because all this is legit, like, hand-painted. Yeah, they're loving putting chameleons in this, aren't they? Okay. Huh. That's terrifying. Okay. No, what's the leopard do? Oh, the leopard's gonna do a song. Alright, that's pretty good. It's not too bad at all. Alright, cool. Alright. What else we got? Yeah, okay. Yeah, really, it's a wonder they don't do anything like this for kids anymore. I guess they're all... Yeah, but they wouldn't have the attention span to play something like this. Alright, moving on.
Wait a bit, said the Ethiopian. It's a long time since we've hunted them. Perhaps we've forgotten what they were like. Fiddle, said the leopard. I remember them perfectly on the high veld, especially their marrow bones. Giraffe, is about 17 feet high, golden yellow from head to heel. Zebra is about 4.5 feet high, of exclusively gray fawn color. Said the Ethiopian, looking into the speckly, spickly shadows of the aboriginal floral forest. Then they ought to show up in dark places like ripe bananas in a smokehouse. But they didn't. The leopard and the Ethiopian hunted all day. And though they could smell them and hear them,
Ethiopian smell the leopard's ass.
they never saw one of them. For goodness sake, said the leopard at tea time, let us wait till it gets dark. This daylight hunting is a perfect scandal.
Yeah, okay. Look on that. Yeah. I thought that was his ass crack for a second there. But yeah, he's got a thick booty like the Bushman as well. Yeah, right. I always get freaked out when they do weird stuff with the sun, because that's some cosmic horror bullshit right there. Ah. Yeah, they're loving showing off these all these bloody chameleons. Yeah, stuff there. Okay, yeah. I'm probably gonna fall asleep if I listen to this for too much longer. It's comfy.
So they waited till dark. Then the leopard heard something breathing sniffly in the starlight that felt all stripy through the branches, and he jumped at the noise. It smelled like zebra, and it felt like zebra, and when he knocked it down, it kicked like zebra, but he couldn't see it, so he said, "Be quiet, oh, you person without a form. I am going to sit on your head until morning, because there's something about you that I don't understand."
Typical bloody cat behavior.
Presently he heard a grunt and a crash and a scramble, and the Ethiopian called out, "I've caught a thing that I can't see. It smells like giraffe. It kicks like giraffe, but it hasn't any form." "Don't trust it," said the leopard. "Sit on its head till morning, same as me. They haven't any form, any of them."
I'm not saying anything. Huh. Happy birthday, giraffe, I guess. Oh, what was that? Oh, I think it was the noise of his mouth moving. Otherwise, he's pooped his pants. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, monkey. Ah, that's cute. Yeah, I've kind of lived out in the bush before, and this is definitely like all you hear at bloody nighttime. Well, it seems to wake up a little bit. Okay. I'm kind of wanting to push on now. Just finish the story if we can.
So they sat on them hard till bright morning time. And then the leopard said, "What have you at your end of the table, brother?" The Ethiopian scratched his head and said, it ought to be exclusively a rich, fulvous orange tawny from head to heel, and it ought to be giraffe. But it is covered all over with chestnut blotches. What have you at your end of the table, brother? And the leopard scratched his head and he said, it ought to be exclusively a delicate grayish fawn. It ought to be zebra. But it is covered all over with black and purple stripes. What in the world have you been doing with yourself, zebra? Don't you know that if you were on the high veld, I could see you 10 miles off? You haven't any form. Yes, said the zebra, but this isn't the high veld, can't you see? I can now, said the leopard. But I couldn't all yesterday. How is it done? Let us up, said the zebra, and we will show you.
Oh, okay. I just love this whole exaggerated thing. Oh, they had a kiss. Okay. No, I love the exaggerated thing of like, oh, it looks like a zebra. It feels like a zebra. They didn't check to see whether it tasted like a zebra, though. Oh, yeah. Is that... Oh, I thought it was an actual duck, and I'm like, did they have duck in Africa? But... I suppose they have something similar, because they get, like, wetlands and stuff like that, too. Yeah, God, you can only take the sounds from this game and put it in on one of those, like, 10-hour dailies that you, like, listen to fall asleep.
They let the zebra and the giraffe get up. And the zebra moved away to some little thorn bushes where the sunlight fell all stripy. And the giraffe moved off to some tallish trees where the shadows fell all blotchy. Now watch, said the zebra and the giraffe. This is the way it's done. 1, 2, 3, and where's your breakfast?
It's your breakfast.
Leopard stared. An Ethiopian stared. But all they could see was stripy shadows and blotched shadows in the forest. But never a sign of zebra and giraffe. They had just walked off and hidden themselves in the shadowy forest.
Oh. But, yeah, I'm sitting there, like, patiently waiting for the story, and we keep getting, like, these little hotspot pages. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, I got a slow leak in one of the tyres on my car. Get that sorted. Yeah, it's cool that we're actually finding hotspots in, like, less obvious places, too. Just clicking on, like, out in the middle of nowhere, basically. But yeah, I see why there's so many chameleons. Because, yeah. There's a cool twist on the story, though, too. Like, the fact that the spots are caused by the shadows from the forest. Yeah, that was expected, yeah. A bit more than I was expecting.
Said the Ethiopian. That's a trick worth learning. Take a lesson in it, Leopard. You show up in this dark place like a bar of soap in a coal scuttle. Ho, 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 said the leopard. Would it surprise you very much to know that you show up in this dark place like a mustard plaster on a sack of coals? Well, calling names won't catch dinner, said the Ethiopian. The long and little of it is that we don't match our backgrounds. I'm going to take Barvian's advice. He told me I ought to change. And as I've nothing to change except my skin, I'm going to change that. What to? Said the leopard, tremendously
Why
excited.
did they give him such a thick booty?
To a nice, working, blackish, brownish color with a little purple in it and touches of slaty blue. It will be the very thing for hiding in hollows and behind trees. So he changed his skin then and there, and the leopard was more excited than ever. He had never seen a man change his skin before.
This was the days before, like, black and white minstrel shows. Okay. Ah, and we get to see him change, I guess. And yeah, that also makes sense, yeah, because Ethiopians do have a slightly different skin color compared to, like, yeah, other, like, southern tribes and stuff. Okay. Oh my, oh, can all these bloody chameleons fuck off? Just, oh dear. Oh, that would have freaked me out as a kid. Hey, righto. Huh. Little heron. Yeah, cool. Alright. Moving on.
What about me? He said, when the Ethiopian had worked his last little finger into his fine new black skin. You take Barthian's advice too. He told you to go into spots. So I did, said the leopard. I went into other spots as fast as I could. I went into this spot with you, and a lot of good it has done me. Oh, said the Ethiopian. Barthian didn't mean spots in South Africa. He meant spots on your skin. What's the use of that? Said the leopard. Think of giraffe, said the Ethiopian. Or if you prefer stripes, think of zebra. They find their spots and stripes give them perfect satisfaction. Said the leopard. I wouldn't look like zebra, not forever so. Well, make up your mind, said the Ethiopian, because I'd hate to go hunting without you. But I must if you insist on looking like a sunflower against a tarred fence. I'll take spots then, said the leopard. But don't make them too vulgar big. I wouldn't look like giraffe, not forever so.
Yeah, alright. So do we get to change his spots? No, we just get to fill him up with ticks. That or fleas. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, nothing much too exciting in this one. One more? Don't even know what that was. Why are they putting in, like, spooky, creepy things? Yeah. Ah! Okay. It's a little freaky. Moving on.
I'll make them with the tips of my fingers, said the Ethiopian. There's plenty of black left on my skin still. Stand over. Then the Ethiopian put his 5 fingers close together. There was plenty of black left on his new skin still, and pressed them all over the leopard. And wherever the 5 fingers touched, they left 5 little black marks. All close together. You can see them on any leopard skin you like. Sometimes the fingers slipped and the marks got a little blurred. But if you look closely at any leopard, you will see that there are always 5 spots or 5 fat black fingertips.
Yeah, okay, we get to... here we go. You get to change them. Yeah. Plays a little instrument. Small bloody chameleons, bloody hell. Okay. Yeah, no, I probably should have expected more from Rudyard Kipling. Like, yeah, there's obviously more to the story.
Now you are a beauty, said the Ethiopian. You can lie out on the bare ground and look like a heap of pebbles. You can lie on the naked rocks and look like a piece of pudding stone. You can lie out on a leafy branch and look like sunshine sifting through the leaves. And you can lie right across the center path and look like nothing in particular. Think of that and purr. But if I'm all this, said the leopard, why didn't you go spotty too? Oh, plain black's best for a man, said the Ethiopian. Now come along and we'll see if we can get even with Mr. 1, 2, 3. Where's your breakfast? So they went away and lived happily ever afterwards, oh best beloved. That is all. Oh, now and then you will hear grown-ups say, can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? I don't think even grown-ups would keep on saying such a silly thing if the leopard and the Ethiopian hadn't done it once. Do you? But they would never do it again. Best beloved. They are quite contented as they are.
Yeah, that was actually really good. The end. Yeah, beautiful. I'll have a quick look at the extra stuff before we finish out. But I can probably do like yeah, just a couple more hotspots there. Right, let's go back down the hole and see what we can do. Alright, you're in bed, you lazy bastard. Oh, okay, so I guess the bags are like the little mini games. Okay.
This is my favorite puzzle.
Oh, jigsaws? Nah, no
Click
thanks.
on a picture.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I think it's going to be the basics then. Things like just, yeah, do some painting. Oh, you can do painting. Okay. Yeah.
Animals can hide. Click on a pattern. Click on a pattern. That's
Click on a pattern?
spaghetti.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Fractals.
Yeah, it's the 90s, of course there's going to be fractals. Yeah, okay.
Google eyes.
Googly eyes. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay, that's something a little different. But yeah, it's always like paint program, music program, same sort of stuff as always. I'm liking the electro animations on the rabbit though. Okay, I'll leave that. Okay, there's hotspots you can click on here too. Yep. What else we got? Oh, a couple of books. I like those little instruments. Yeah, you kind of like pluck the little metal bits. They're probably a little thing about Rudyard Kipling.
Rudyard Kipling was born
Oh,
in
it's
India on December 30th,
it's
1865. He grew up
well,
in different
narrated as
cultures
well.
and learned early on that there was more than one way of looking at the world.
Oh, that's all there was to it.
Kipling wrote and
Oh, you gotta
illustrated
click on
the
'em.
Just So stories for his eldest daughter, his best beloved, Josephine, when they lived in South Africa.
That's why he says
Two
best
stories
beloved.
from this
Okay.
collection are The Cat That Walked by Himself, which takes place in a time when tame animals were wild, and The Elephant's Child, a story about how the elephant got his very long trunk. How the leopard got his spots is also from this collection.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's pretty cool. What are the other ones we had here? Hey, that's stuff about South Africa. Probably same again, narrated as well. Oh, the little, those little video clips and stuff
beautiful
too.
land with a complex and troubled history.
Oh god,
These
yeah.
children from across South Africa
Good chunks
are
of
old enough-
Africa are definitely troubled. There's been a lot of that going on. What's this Laurie's book? What's Laurie's book involve?
Laurie.
Oh, it's a lady called Laurie.
I don't know where I got the idea.
Oh,
but
it's the
from a
actual
very early
artist.
age, I wanted to
Okay.
be an illustrator. When I started to research
Laurie
leopard spots,
lost
I lived in
Leute.
Manhattan. The Metropolitan Museum of Art
Maybe she's
has
got
an
like
entire
Africano
African wing,
ancestry or
and
something.
that's where I went immediately. And I spent several days in that wing studying the sculpture and the masks and the wardrobes and the jewelry. And I was inspired heavily by the artwork that was there in the museum. You can very clearly see where the Ethiopian was developed from my early sketches, and then you can see where I developed it into the character of the Ethiopian, and then translated from this drawing into...
Oh, she
finished
actually made it
painting.
in. Oh, I see.
I just
Yeah,
went through these
because I was sitting there
stages.
working
This is
out
developing his body.
how she was
I had
posing
some people
them,
ask me,
but she was doing
"Ethiopian,
cutouts
why is
like
he so,
kind of like South Park. Okay.
blocky and round? An Ethiopian should be tall and slender." I didn't have any preconceived ideas. I just wanted him to be lovable and friendly. And I think
Well, he's
from the
definitely friendly
statuary
enough if you
at
play
the
with his
museums,
nipples.
they were so blocky, and that's definitely what inspired me to go in the direction of a heavy.
Okay, that's
kind of a
yeah,
body
making
form
it like
instead of
into
long and
little,
slender.
kind of like almost dioramas. Yeah, that's cool. That is actually genuinely cool. But yeah, it seems like we've done everything with this. Oh no, we didn't check this Mancala book. Hang on, what's Mancala about?
Mancala by P.J. Rabbit.
Oh, who cares what you've got to say?
Mancala is the oldest known board game in the world.
Ah,
Over
yeah, I've seen this. All right,
3,000
no. We're sort of getting close to it now. But yeah, I'd say if you want to play this yourself, check out Exo Win 3X, because it's in the pack with those ones. But yeah,
Are you
we'll leave
sure
that
you
one
want to
there.
quit?
Yes, please and thank you.
Yes.
I'm watching Death Sandals video, by the way. That's who the person is. So if you want to watch a full playthrough, Death Sandals,